brace all yourself. Hey, all you, the people out there boy in Trinidad and Tobago, we want to say a special hello to you. And those of you who are in Canada, I hope that Suzette had herself a really good night last night, a birthday in general. All right, and all those of you who else are celebrating birthdays, well, happy birthday or whatever it is, happy anniversary or so. We're not going to keep it too long for tonight, you know, so let's go. The Royal Grenada Police Force is to deport Vincentians. We will tell you more about that in a moment. Nikki Cosby says that she was sexually assaulted in Italy. We'll share that with you. And man steals money to pay a fine for stealing. I think we told you about a story similar to that. I think that incident would have happened in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now we have one from Trinidad. We'll explain that to you. In St. Lucia, man accuses police of attacking him. We have the gruesome videos to show you and explain his accusations. Marijuana may just be legalized or decriminalized in St. Lucia very soon. Don't say I told you that, all right? And we have more to tell you. There's a notice for fancy mass band leaders here in Grenada. We also have to tell you about the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Tournament as it goes into the round of 16. We've got that and more to tell you about when we come back on tonight's Mikey Live program. People, reminding you that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10. When we come back, it could be real news in Audio Lily Lolo. Stay tuned.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Once again, the countdown has begun, and time is running out. Shop at Quartz today and make this season even more epic with the latest in electronics, appliances, stylish furniture, and so much more. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
I'm breaking up with you. It's over.
The first annual KFC Come Laugh With Us comedy show featuring live from Nigeria comedy sensation Emanuela, Success, and the Mark Angel comedy crew.
I've sent the date. See you when I come.
Set the day. Mark the day. Saturday, December 14th. Grenada National Stadium. Get your early bird ticket. Kids on the 16, $30. Adults, $50. Kids on the 16. VIP tickets, $80. Adults, $150. Get your tickets online at GoToFat, TicketPal, and your regular ticket outlets. Grenada, this one will have you rolling. You, yes you, we welcome you to a new era. Genesis. 31st December 2019, All Year's Night, featuring the headline band from Antigua, the original Burning Flames.
I command you to jump.
Burning Flames. Burning Flames, plus more, live at the Spice Basket Courtyard. Get your early bird tickets, 80 EC. Couples early bird tickets, 150 EC. Online at gotofat.com and your regular ticket outlets for a new era. Genesis. You, yes you.
Grenada, it's coming as the Ministry of Youth, Development, Sports, Culture, and the Arts brings to you National Youth Week 2019, and it's one full week of activities, vibes, and action as the nation turns their attention on the nation's youth. And it's from Saturday, October 19th till Saturday, November 2nd under the theme Embracing Opportunities, Sowing Higher. October 19th and 20th, National Community Service Weekend, island-wide. October 26th, Health Walk and Minister's Address. October 28th, Youth Vibe. October 29th, St. John's Youth Parliament. October 30th, Job Fair and Career Day. October 31st, Fun Nights. November 1st, Discovering Talents and Expo. November 2nd, it's National Youth Award. Sunday, November 3rd, Ecumenical Service and Peace Concert. So urging everyone to be a part of Youth Week 2019, October 19th to November 2nd.
Alright, so welcome back, folks, and just before we go further, I want to tell you this, boy, Smart Shipping HD, something that you need to know about. They are shipping to the Caribbean, domestic and international, sea, land, and air, fast and reliable shipping, they say. Shipping from New York to Grenada and the Caribbean, they say. Affordable delivery services within Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique as well. So you know what you want to do? Check them out, all right? They have their email. You could check them out on Facebook, and of course, try the service, all right? Yeah, man, they say, I mean, they make it real easy for Grenadians, and I know that a lot of Grenadians like to know that, you know, they can ship their things from the US to Grenada, and now is the right time, in fact, you know, around the Christmas and thing, you want to make sure that you get your ting, yeah? So check them out, all right? Look them up, Smart Shipping HD. Boy, I remember that time that I had to wait for a whole, was it a year or something? Was it a year or something like that for my thing that shipped? A whole year, na dog. But you know, when I get me thing on them, what was green tone blue? What was blue tone yellow? Anyway, leave that talk. Let's go to the news now. All right, so folks, we're just coming out of another in the series of youth parliaments, and today the youth parliament was held in the parish of St. John. The event was held at the St. Rose Modern Secondary School, and they were debating about the Litter Abatement Act and so on. Very interesting perspectives and contributions from the young stars. I think that it's a good that is happening right now for Grenadian youth, where their voices can be heard and where they can contribute towards nation building by virtue of expressing their positions with regard to current affairs. So we had to say, yeah, boy. They work, you know what I mean? I think it's put together by the Grenada Division of Youth. Yeah, so the Ministry of Youth, that's really responsible for this. But I in line to tell you that was really good debating today. They had one last week, Tuesday, and the previous. So I hope that is something that is kept consistently. All right? I mean, if we do that, yeah, boy, we might even see the birthing of some new parliamentarians, because them children, and them, when I tell you they hot like gas. Right, so the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, there's a notice that's going out that we would like you to know about. All right, this one is by the Spice Mass Corporation. They extend an invitation to all established fancy mass band leaders and mass band leaders interested in participating in Spice Mass 2020 to attend a meeting to discuss the way forward for mass bands participation in Spice Mass 2020. Now, the meeting will take place on Thursday, 31st October 2019 at the Rural Development Unit Conference Room, the GCNA Complex, starting at 4:30 p.m. sharp. They would like to thank you in advance for your commitment to participate. All right, so don't go and say, oh, they do thing and I don't know about it, because they're on the program. So you all heard about it, so all you have to go and check it out, right? They want to talk about mass for 2019. Oh yeah, the next thing that we want to tell you about, boys, that the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Tournament enters the round of 16 with the completion of games in the preliminary segment on the weekend. Yeah, boy. Now the teams qualifying for the next place or next phase are defending champions Hurricanes, St. John Sports, Hard Rock Springs, Happy Hill. All right. I think the Happy Hill received a bye. Now the teams coming out of the competition first match phases are Police, Chantimel, Glover, Spice Boys, SGU, Queen's Park Rangers, Hurricane Youth, Montreal Combined, GBSS, Fontenoy United, Mongelou, Eagle Super Strikers, and the Paradise FC International. Alright, so big up all of you, yeah? Now in the final round of preliminary games on the weekend, Mongelou defeated Mount Horn 3-0. Mount Rich Combined got ahead of in a competitive encounter, and that was against Sunjets United 5-3, and then the Eagle Super Strikers edged Sabda Spartans 1-0, and Paradise FC International had a 5-0 over Shamrock. Now the round of 16 will begin on Friday. That's this Friday, November 1st, with a double header at the Granny James Athletic and Football Stadium. Now Hurricane Juniors will play RSCCU Hard Rock, followed by GTC Radio St. John Sports and the Police Sports Club. Saturday, Happy Hill plays Glover's Spice Boys in Game 1, followed by Hurricanes and Chantimela. We are moving on. People, a Vincentian national who was nabbed during a drug operation on October 21st has been ordered deported from Grenada to face murder-related charges in his homeland. Kamara Lamkin, that's a 39-year-old who also entered Grenada illegally, will depart the state on Thursday, 30th October, under police escort. Now, drug charges against Lamkin was discontinued after the Royal Grenada Police Force was informed by the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force about an active murder investigation in which he is a suspect. Meanwhile, another Vincentian, Zavik Williams, would also be deported on October 30th, 2019. Williams was arrested during a joint operation on September 26th by the Financial Intelligence Unit and drug squads. Now, he was charged with 4 counts of money laundering and appeared at the Soteres Magistrates Court on October 2nd, where he pleaded guilty to 2 of the counts and was reprimanded on another count and acquitted on the other. Now, Williams was fined $2,500 on each count he pleaded to be paid in 1 week, and the fine was paid on October 28th. He also forfeited $4,500 to the state. All right. One thing I find, I observe that criminals also have some real nice, fancy name. If they had name like John and Sylvester and James, and then finding that in criminal records, But anytime you hear they had name like Zavik, understand? And what was the next? What was the one name from the last time? Mercedes, you understand? How can a big time name? I think But some parents are wicked. That's what I say. I don't blame the criminals. The parents are blaming because they know it's terrorists. They make it, but they give them the best name. Some of them so brave, they go in the Bible and pull out name for their child. Jacob, Elijah. Telling me about Tolia? I never hear that yet. Oh God. You know what I mean? When they get brave enough, they just call the child Jesus and doing that. They stop one phonics shy of calling the child Jesus. Anyway, and terror is bad like Bobo. All you. We're moving on. How we looking for time? Let me see how we're looking. I want to make sure tonight I didn't really monitor the time. Sorry, Shireen, I didn't ignore the whole program. Sorry for that. I want to make sure that we're on point. All right, let me pull up Shireen there. Make sure we don't thinking up all the people on the TV and thinking up all the whole stuff. Let me load on all the day. Right, good. Right. Yeah, son. Calling the child kind of funny name. So, Olia, let's branch off a little bit now. Nikki Crosby, boy. She said that she was sexually harassed or sexually assaulted. You see, I don't want to say what she don't say. You understand? In Italy. Say the two men who sexually assaulted comedian Nikki Crosby in Venice, Italy, may not face the consequences for their actions. Alright? The comedian and actress via a Facebook post said that she would be in Trinidad by the time the case is called. Crosby said she was standing outside her hotel waiting on a taxi when the assault happened. She says, quote, I was approached by two Russian men who wanted my picture. Then one of the men grabbed my breast violently. Thank God Jerry wasn't there at the time because it could have been worse. They were later arrested by the police. She says that a report was made and they were arrested and put in the system, but nothing will probably come out of it. When the case comes up, I will have to fly to Venice to testify and they probably wouldn't show up. But they will remember this Trini girl who they spent the night in jail for, said Crosby. But how? So one of them grabbed with your breast. What the next one do? Jano. So Nikki say that's what going on with that day. So yeah, alright Nikki. I'm happy that at least you get them to spend a jail in the night, a night in the jail. You know what I mean? So that's what she say, Papa. Olio. Yeah boy. Olio. Fined $5,000 by a Chaguamas magistrate earlier this month for stealing a tool from a relative. A man stole $10,000 from another relative to pay the fine and is now in police custody. Y'all understand? He was fined $5,000 by a magistrate earlier this month, you know, for stealing a tool from a relative. No, he stole $10,000 from another relative to pay the fine and is now in police custody. But you are a bright boy. You deserve to be an accountant or something of the sort. So you don't know how the man do they. Come on, don't play a little no maths. It was a calculated risk. One with a little investment attached to it. Here what the man do. The man know he had to pay $5,000 for thieving. So he hold the extra $5,000 in case he get catch. So that he have the next $5,000 to pay for stealing the second. Jano! You're telling me? But you are entrapping there and you don't even know it. That's what they call an investment. The suspect is expected to appear before Chaguanas magistrate. I think that was supposed to be today now. They say they recovered $2,000 and arrested the man a few days ago. On October 4th, the man pleaded guilty before magistrate for stealing his brother's saw, which is sold via social media, you know. Imagine that man have a post for sale, you know. And they have people negotiating price and things on social media. You understand? For me brother, you know. Now the magistrate ordered the man to pay the fine within 6 weeks or serve 9 months hard labor in jail. Well, the 24-year-old man who lives in Chaguamas claimed to be under some financial pressures. The owner secured the tool at the family's home and returned 2 days later. He checked, but the $6,000 saw was missing. He made a report to the police, and the police later arrested the man's brother, who initially denied having any knowledge of it. He later confessed to having financial problems, so he stole and posted the tool for sale on Facebook. Someone bought it for $2,500, he told the police. Jano. But that's a wicked brother to know. They want to make him go to jail. Yeah, that one a wicked. Because if your brother has some hard time, as he claimed, get him on a blind. Somebody say he's an economist. He know how to manage his money for another crime. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to somebody need to employ this dude. You know how to multiply the money. No, seriously, that's a model of an investment. That's a perfect investment model. You know what I mean? Don't say we all never learn nothing on the program yet. Oh yeah, a man is accusing police in St. Lucia of attacking him. If you see thing on the man's face, people, And he said he was beaten by police. I warn that some may view the following as graphic. Viewer discretion is advised.
Augustine Pelage bears deep wounds to the top of his right eye and near his temple. He was hospitalized for 5 days at Victoria Hospital. Pelage was discharged from the healthcare facility with multiple stitches to the right side of his forehead. The Marshall resident showed NBC Prime some graphic images of his wounds after claiming he was viciously beaten by police. The bloody clothes still bore evidence that he bled profusely following the incident. On Saturday, October 19th, Pelage says he was heading home with some friends when a vehicle of the Royal Signature Police Force stopped near him.
The vehicle was coming up behind our back there. The two other fellas that was there with me ended up running. So I myself know I don't have no problem with the law. I doesn't harm nobody, and that I is a working man. I just work to feed my children and help myself and them kind of ways. Not nobody I working with. It's people that is coming to come and do little jobs. So I say I go home, yes, I work to go and do. I decide to go home. So as you walk in, the vehicle pull up. When the vehicle pull up, he shot me, Ras, come. I tell him, what's your problem? He consider in a nice tone of voice. Okay, he stuck his teeth and he tell me, Ras, come, I say. So I consider to myself, well, them man want to talk. Let me go and hear what they're saying.
According to Pelage, he walked to the officers, and that's when he alleges he was violently attacked.
He grabbed me by my shirt, pushed me inside already. The other man that was on the seat, like he there waiting for when I come inside and boxing me already, boop, boop. So in that, I there laughing, what they doing me, I laughing at what they doing me. So I tell them, say, why are you doing that to me? What's the reason for what you're doing? For a smile on my face and different thing. One consider you smiling, he draw his bottle from under the seat. He get him a lash in my head, it fall on me. He check it, but he thought I would have grabbed the bottle and everything. He grabbed it fast, and he give another rum in my head. That is when he rum in my head and different thing like that. He check it, and I do that. I realize my blood right. I tell him, see what you do to me and anything and everything like that. He pushed me, but I said a curse, I said a curse, I was like, you know, and he pushed me out of his vehicle.
Pelage says a group of females residing in his area who witnessed the attack informed him that he was badly injured and that he needed urgent care. He claims that he has no prior run-ins with the law.
I don't know them. Honestly speaking, I don't know them fellas. You see, I seen them fellas for the first time. Thinking it's talk, the fellas come to talk, but it look like them, all them man was drinking the alcohol. There's the same bottle they blast in my hair. Is in the vehicle, they take it out. So which means y'all was drinking. So you're looking for somebody like to take your stripes and whatever intention y'all had. And it's me they pull up at the time, then that's what they do to me.
The incident, he says, took place at approximately 3 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah, right now, I can't even go to work. I just there. I cannot do nothing to help myself. I don't know when I'll be back at work. By the time I cannot force my eye, I cannot do nothing. Whilst I lie down on hospital bed, people calling me to come to work. They tell me they have a job there for me to do. That is how I just work. It's by phone calls. They just call me and tell me, Smiley, that is my nickname. And Smiley, well, I have that. There's, come and plaster that for me. Or I have a piece of wall there to put up on. You know, that is how I just get my little blind.
The incident occurred at the junction of Marshall and Waterworks Road. Cecil Actil, NBC Prime.
Thank you guys at NBC. But how a man sound like a Grenadian? So Smiley, you sound like a Grenadian now. If he's a Grenadian, tell us, you know, we coming up there and we handling business, you know, dog. Yeah, we don't take nothing like that and kind of thing then. All you, on a serious note, it appears that the folks in St. Vincent, not St. Vincent, no, in St. Lucia are getting closer and closer to legalizing marijuana.
Yet another cannabis commission has been formed, and according to Pancho de Queiroz, things have been generally smooth so far. The essential subcommittees have been established. The economic subcommittee is led by Malaysian consultant Permandu under multi-million-dollar contract with the government. The legislative subcommittee, responsible for establishing the legal framework. The Bureau of Standards, already established ad hoc committee, has been adopted by the Commission, and the Health Committee investigates the negative and positive health implications of cannabis use. And the timeline for all the parts to fit together seamlessly.
What's going to happen is that all these subcommittees are going to come together, and we're going to compile it. The Commission is going to compile it and submit it to the Cabinet of Ministers. And it's full legalization by the end of the year. That's what we're aiming for.
By the end of 2019, you're saying?
Yes.
And when we asked the Cannabis Movement chairman whether this was a realistic timeline.
Well, It's not me that set it. This is the commission that set it, not me. So please, report this properly. The commission, which includes over 20 people, that is what we are shooting for, and we believe we could pull it off.
That said, the Cannabis Commission is still at the mercy of the whims and fancies of the cabinet.
Mr. Gordon said, listen, we could do all this work, and then we give it to cabinet, and cabinet just refuses it, as they've done before. So, we have done our job, and the whole commission is for full legalization. Nobody has questioned it. This is what has to happen, because it is the best model right now in this world environment where cannabis is being legalized all over the world. You cannot just decriminalize, because that would be a worse situation that we are in now.
Now, our reason for questioning the end of 2019 target was that Pancho de Queiroz disclosed that the Cannabis Commission is far behind schedule on its national education component of the path to legalization, something he says was missing from all countries who have already revised their respective cannabis laws. For this, the Commission has enlisted the services of a local marketing firm.
We saw that coming many years ago, and that's why we developed this national educational program concept, so that we would go out to the people and answer their questions and educate them basically about what the new regime would entail and what would be the new rules and regulations. So we're working on that now, but that was supposed to roll out since August. So we way behind the timelines and trying to hustle to get this thing done.
De Queiroz describes as one area of concern the resistance to remove the non-psychoactive hemp from the schedule under St. Lucia's Misuse of Drugs Act. This, the cannabis movement chairman asserts, stifles the possible investment opportunities from high net worth individuals and billion-dollar companies. Miguel Favre, NBC Prime.
Thank you very much, Miguel, as we continue right now on tonight's Mikey Live program. Earlier, you think they're funny, but we just speaking about marijuana, and so we have to tell you what happened in a funeral, boy. Well, I never hear that yet. Now, a funeral in Eastern Germany ended on an involuntary drug high when mourners were accidentally served hash cake, police said. They are saying that the funeral party went to a restaurant for coffee and cake as is customary in Germany. But after eating the cake, 13 people experienced nausea and dizziness and needed immediate medical treatment. A police investigation revealed that the restaurant employee in charge of the cakes had asked her 18-year-old daughter to bake them, but the mother accidentally took the wrong cake from the freezer to the funeral. She took a hash cake the teenager had made for a different occasion. Police said the 18-year-old is under investigation. Now, the incident happened in August, but was not published earlier out of respect for the mourners. Now, this is not the first time this time an unsuspecting group of people have been accidentally dosed with cannabis this year. In August, a prankster triggered a biohazard alert at a metal detecting convention after the treasure hunters were given chocolate cakes spiked with cannabis. So imagine them people supposed to be crying in the funeral, and instead them people laughing like if something funny. So they say that the 18-year-old who was responsible for making that cake is currently under investigation. Folks, we are going to take a short break and return in a moment. When we return, we've got a very interesting entertainment piece for you, followed by the national report, then the weather.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful
countdown has begun, and time is running out. Shop at Quartz today and make this season even more epic with the latest in electronics, appliances, stylish furniture, and so much more. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
I'm breaking up with you. It's over.
The first annual KFC Come Laugh With Us comedy show featuring live from Nigeria comedy sensation Emanuela Success and the Mark Angel comedy crew.
I've sent the date. See you when I come.
Set the date. Mark the day. Saturday, December 14th. Grenada National Stadium. Get your early bird ticket. Kids on the 16th, $30. Adults, $50. Kids on the 16th. VIP tickets, $80. Adults, $150. Get your tickets online at GoToFet, TicketPal, and your regular ticket outlets. Grenada, this one will have you rolling. You, yes you, we welcome you to a new era. Genesis. 31st December 2019, All Year's Night, featuring the headline band from Antigua, the original Burning Flames.
I command you to jump.
Burning Flames. Burning Flames, plus more, live at the Spice Basket Courtyard. Get your early bird tickets, 80 EC. Couples early bird tickets, 150 EC. Online at gotofet.com and your regular ticket outlets for a new era. Genesis. You, yes you.
Grenada, it's coming as the Ministry of Youth, Development, Sports, Culture, and the Arts brings to you National Youth Week 2019 and its one full week of activities, vibes, and action as the nation turns their attention on the nation's youth. And it's from Saturday, October 19 till Saturday, November 2nd under the theme Embracing Opportunities, Soaring Higher. October 19th and 20th, National Community Service Weekend, island-wide. October 26th, Health Walk and Ministers Address. October 28th, Youth Vibe. October 29th, St. John's Youth Parliament. October 30th, Job Fair and Career Day. October 31st, Fun Nights. November 1st, Discovering Talents and Expo. November 2nd, it's National Youth Awards. Sunday, November 3rd, Ecumenical Service and Peace Concert. So urging everyone to be a part of Youth Week 2019, October 19th to November 2nd.
Alrighty, thank you very much, guys. And folks, we now bring into a very interesting part of our program, which is the entertainment segment. Tonight we want to do things with a bit of difference in it and address the whole issue of climate change, and we do so with a song by Mr. Killer and his crew. This is who we are.
Protect our mind, protect forest destruction, protect our land. Chemical warfare, protect our children. Mass pollution, protect our world. Polar caps melting, sea levels rising, emission rising. No. If our future is bleak now, it is not surprising. Polluting the rivers, now down into the sea it flows. Now the coral reefs dying and the fishes refuse to grow. Fisherman jump in his boat and do his job he owes, and throw his line into the water, but there is no fish to behold. Now his picnic hungry and his son can go to school. It's not the circle of life, so people don't be fooled. I said the birds and the bees and the keepers is who we are. I said this, oh this is who we are. Oh I said this, oh I said this is who we are. Oh I said this, oh this is who we are. Lolita, 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 Heard mama out crying, she says she can't take again. Tired of the pollution from the buses, cars and planes, and human beings not putting garbage in the bins. Later in the nation, while they're driving on now, we are the creators of global warming. Oh Lord, I hear the storm them coming. I tell you wake up and tell your brother, it's time to clean up the earth together. I say the birds and the bees and the keepers is who we are. I say this, oh this is who we are. Oh I say this, oh I say this is who we are. Oh I say this, oh this is who we are. Lolita, 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 Lolita.
Nolita, 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 that's a song by Mr. Killer and his crew. This was a really good production, and we thought it necessary to highlight that tonight, all right? The issue of climate change and how it is that we contribute towards the depleting ozone layer, how it is that we contribute towards the rising of the sea levels, and what we can do to really improve that, to change that trend. All right, so thank you very much as we continue with tonight's Mikey Live. Folks, what we have right now for you is your favorite thing, the National Report.
Grenada will soon have a new Minister for Information. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, October 29th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Effective November 1st, 2019, Minister for Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs, the Honorable Emmeline Pear, will become the new Minister for Information. It is the only portfolio change announced this week. All other portfolios will remain the same. Senator Honorable Winston Garway, who was the Minister with responsibility for disaster management and information in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, Forestry, Fisheries, Disaster Management and Information, maintains responsibility for disaster management. Grenada's economy will be significantly impacted with the expected increase in cruise ship calls during the winter tourist season from 2021. Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, the Honorable Clarice Modeste Kerwin, who recently returned from a meeting of the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association, the FCCA, in Puerto Rico, says a number of cruise lines have already given their commitment.
With Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, we have in 2019, the winter which starts in 2019, we have 19 calls expected. In 2020, we'll be getting 29 calls, so an increase of by 10, which is significant for us. Carnival, we'll remember some years ago, Carnival pulled out. We have been courting Carnival because they're the biggest cruise lines. They have another of sub lines that work with them. I think maybe something like 9 or more. And they have committed to starting back pretty big with us from January 2021 to April 2022. They'll be doing 12 calls. And their capacity is 2,656 passengers, and the crew capacity is 920. We'll be getting 12 of those calls, and depending on how we play our game, the numbers will certainly increase.
The minister says her team also engaged Virgin Voyages on adding the destination to their itinerary.
MSC Cruise Lines, in the winter of 2021 to 2022, they'll be doing an increase of 10 calls for us. And we also engage Virgin Voyages, which is linked with the Virgin Airlines, but not managed by them. They are looking at including us in their itinerary. They have just started into cruise. So they'll be doing the shorter cruise initially and, working their way through. But they have committed to look at Grenada for 2021-2022.
Minister Modest Kerwin says cruise lines are also embarking on PPPs in the Caribbean and follow-up talks will continue. Caribou has not been left out of the discussions, and a commitment was made by Holland America Group of 10 calls to Caribou in 2020. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Did you join the public service on or after February 22nd, 1985 and have since retired? This might be important to you. Government understands that the NIS pension may be insufficient to take care of your needs. So, while it awaits the court's ruling on the matter of pension for public officers, government has taken action to protect your quality of life so that you can take care of your needs in the meantime. Persons who joined the public service on or after February 22nd, 1985 and serve continuously in an established position for a minimum 26 years and 8 months and retired at age 60 may be eligible to receive an advance payment, which when combined with NIS represents 70% of their last salary. For more information, call or visit the Pension Secretariat in the Department of Public Administration, Ministerial Complex, 440-3767.
Continuing the news, increase in investments, visitor arrivals and export earnings. Some of the expected benefits of Grenada's participation in Expo 2020, which began on October 20th and runs until April 2021. Grenada has launched its promotional campaign titled On the Road to Dubai Expo 2020. During the weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, Minister for International Business, the Honorable Nicholas Steele, said the International Expo holds tremendous benefits for this country.
Expo 2020 Dubai begins October 21st, 2020. And the other significant date for us, or the most significant date for us, is the Grenada Day. Grenada Day is January 15th, 2021. This expo is the first expo that is going to straddle a Christmas or holiday period as well, which presents for itself numerous opportunities and challenges. It is also the first expo that Grenada has its own pavilion. Our pavilion is approximately 2,200 square feet, already constructed. I saw it last month when we had a site inspection. We will continue to be monitoring the inspection of the site. The interior of the pavilion was designed through a competition here, designed by Grenadians, for Grenadians, we can say.
A local organizing committee has been put in place to plan the Grenada leg of the event. It will include a national day on January 15, 2021, and a pavilion designed to showcase everything uniquely Grenadian. The Grand Etang Rainforest, Chelsea Flower Show, underwater sculpture, cuisine, culture, arts, among others. To date, 15 manufacturing enterprises have confirmed their participation in the expo, and there is room for more.
We also have partnered with one of the restaurant providers in the pavilion this time, and they are going to be visiting Grenada, and they will be at that restaurant will be selling Grenadian product or a Grenadian menu. They are coming to Grenada to try as best as possible to use as much as possible of our local produce, but most definitely it will be our local recipes that will be used. We also engage members of the Hotel Association, Restaurant and Hotel Association, restaurateurs, through the Hotel Association, for them to volunteer to participate. So there's also an opportunity for a chef to travel to Dubai on Grenada Day to present, as well as an artist.
Minister Steele highlighted, however, some of the challenges that the organizing committee is being faced with regarding the display of Grenadian products at the expo.
There are some logistical challenges because you have to remember Dubai is one, it's an Islamic country, and two, it is a desert environment in terms of very hot. And our produce in general, or quite a lot of our produce, is either alcohol or chocolate based. Both of those are challenges that we are working around. We have found relatively acceptable solutions. That is one of the reasons why we also went and partnered with a restaurant provider there within the expo, because alcohol cannot be sold directly in the pavilions, but can be sold at the restaurants. So the fact that we have a Grenada restaurant there, while we're not managing it because we don't have those resources, or so, it will be selling or can sell our alcoholic products there. At the pavilion, unlike other expos, you can't give out sample bottles. You can give sample tastes of alcohol or chocolate or so in the pavilion, in our pavilion, but you can't give out the small bottles.
Grenada's theme for the expo is Grenada enhancing its environment through the movement of its people, culture, products and services. And finally, the Morris Bishop International Airport is boasting of continued success as it celebrates the 35th anniversary of its official opening. A Thanksgiving service and award ceremony was held on Monday at the airport formerly known as the Point Saline International Airport, which was constructed with assistance from the government and people of Cuba. General Manager of the Grenada Airports Authority, Mrs. Wendy Francet Williams, says from the GAA's standpoint, they have been succeeding over the years.
This milestone today of being in operations for 35 years is commendable, and the GAA as an entity is grateful for the support from government and all its stakeholders for its achievement over the last 35 years. But one thing we must boast about, I don't like the word boast, but one thing we can say at this point in time is that we have been profitable over the last 6 years, and consistently so as a government entity.
28 stalwarts were recognized for their dedication to the airport for their services of 30 to 35 years. Among the recipients were the supporting agencies of the airport. Mrs. Williams expressed her gratitude to the staff of the GAA and assures them that improvements will be made in various departments.
To the staff of the GAA and airport community, thank you for the human services we all have provided to attain such an achievement. And as we move ahead, the airport will continue to press on with the development and enhancement of its runway system and supporting airfield infrastructure, improve traffic flow, terminal services and infrastructure, and boost customer service to all our stakeholders.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Thank you very much, Lesbian. All right, so folks, what next do we have to do? Yes, we need to take a look at the weather and see what it's like. Yeah, well, we got a little shower last night. Nothing too much to talk about, but we get a shower, a little shower, nonetheless. All right. If there's anyone who's probably celebrating a birthday again or an anniversary, happy birthday, happy anniversary. For those of you who are currently tuned in, I would like for you to please go ahead and share the program. All right, some of y'all don't share anything, man. You know what I mean? And I don't like when y'all just hurt my feelings when you don't share the program. It's the least that we ask of you, to just share so that other people, you know, who don't get notification and things like that, will be able to view the program. All right, so today is Tuesday. The winds are east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm by early morning. Now, the weather is partly cloudy with a low chance of a few brief isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be just around 25 degrees Celsius. Now, seas are moderate, waves up to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect, especially of the northeast and east coasts. So please, folks, be guided accordingly. And that's as far as you can go. Let me just big up some people on the program now. Let me just big up. Let me see who's here. All right, let me go down to the thing, go down here, see who's there. So we have Ezran, Charmaine, Kireen, Zaka, Kevin, Maras, what's happening, Kevin? Deborah, and all the other folks who are tuned in. We want to say big up, all right? We have, I see you, Desmond, I see you there, I see you. Rolanda, Shireen. Some of our little share the program, I don't lie. Some of our little share the thing, man. All right, good. Who else is with us? And everyone else, man. Mom, Linton, Meryl, Mike, everyone on the program. We'd like to say thank you. Charmaine, Veron, Merrick, big up Merrick, big up Suzette, big up Roslyn, big up Nika, big up everyone on the program. Even Abby, Mango Pilot. All right, Patsy, I see that you're there as well. Start from the bath. Oh, start from the bottom. All right. Yes, Khadija, Rolanda, everybody, big up all yourself. All right, guys, thank you again. Teresa and Kireen and the whole crew, big up all yourself. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, ja. No. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.